What an absolute freaking disaster that was. What the hell was that? It's embarrassing, dude. It's so embarrassing. After the first game in the cup, I was like, yeah, okay, this is fine. But clearly, we're so back to the same freaking thing where we left off last season, seemingly haven't learned a thing. If I just look at if I look at the stats without the score, because I have it up here, I would say, yeah, obviously Milan dominated. They probably won the game 2-0. But then I look at the scoreboard and I see, shit, Cremonese actually won 2-1. How is that possible when Milan had 64% possession, 6 shots on goal, 24 shot attempts, 24 shot attempts, and 1 goal? How the hell is that possible against a newly promoted team? That's what I would ask, but having seen the game, it's no surprise. Obviously, I'm not surprised. I was watching the game. It was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. Okay? We had 9 corners. Same old story. Corners just don't matter. Like, we might as well just give the ball to the keeper because we're never going to do anything with corners. Same old story. I don't actually think that they just completely did the opposite of what they did against Bari, because the stats are there. 64% possession, 25 shot attempts, 9 corners. On the Cremonese side, 3 shots on goal, 4 shot attempts in total, 4 yellow cards. That was towards the end of the game, so take it with a pinch of salt, because at the end of the game they were just defending. They weren't doing anything. They were the worst team. But then the same old story comes back. Against lesser teams, we just can't do anything for some reason. I don't know why. I was looking at the starting 11, same 3-5-2. Pulisic, Santi Jimenez, because Leao wasn't there, so Santi Jimenez, finally there was a striker in the striking position. Wow, crazy. He did nothing. The one thing that kind of was needed, even though apparently Modric is the only, person on the field that actually knows what he's doing, but the one thing is that he was in the starting lineup. That was good. That was really good. He was amazing on the field. I enjoyed watching him so much, because at the age of 39, he was the one that ran the most. He was the one, there was actually a stat here. Modric, in the 40th minute, there was this stat that came up. Modric had the 4th most distance covered out of everyone on the field. Not just Milan, everyone. He was just there. He made himself available. He had the good vision, good passes. We absolutely needed someone like Modric. But the rest, I have no idea what we were thinking. Obviously, we had a game plan, because the stats, I keep coming back to it, but the stats are there. It was good. It was supposed to be good, I should say. In the first 20 minutes-ish, Milan dominated. We were attacking, passing, everything. But what for? We had nothing to show for it. I don't even know. I'm looking at my notes here. Long shot misses. Shot blocked. Shot blocked. Loses the ball. Defender clears. Defender clears. Misses the goal. That was the story. That was the story, because we had 24 shots. We had 24 shots according to ESPN, and there were 6 on goal. Okay? And after the first 20 minutes, Cremonese was like, all right, these guys clearly can't break through. We're doing a good job defensively. How about we use that momentum, that confidence, to just try and do something in front of their goal? And that theme from last year continued. They ran up the field, cross in from the left, header, goal. There was nobody defending the attacker, nobody there. What were we expecting? Cremonese was confident. We brought them into the game. 28th minute, goal Cremonese, 1-0. The high from the Bari game, even the first 20 minutes of this game, I was like, okay, maybe we need time. That high just came crashing down. And then it was nothing else. In the first half, we kept pushing, but it was just so hopeless. At the end of the first half, one of the last attacks, Salamakers, he just goes, man. He gets the ball, he loses it, fights back, he gets the ball back, doesn't stop, puts it into Stupinen on the left, Stupinen crosses, and Pavlovic, out of all people, is there to score a header. But I don't want to see him score goals when we need to equalize. I want Pulisic, I want Jimenez, I want Salamakers. I want them to be able to create plays and score the goal. I don't want to rely on our defender to bring us back into the game. Halftime, Estupinian comes off and Alex Jimenez comes in on the left side. He was useless. Or on the right side. He was useless. He did nothing. He couldn't make the difference. And that's the same for Chukwueze when he came in and Yashari when he came in. None of our substitutes made a difference. And hold on just a second. Did we only have 3 substitutions? We did. What the hell, dude? I didn't even notice this until right now. We only used 3 substitutions? In a game that we were losing? Or at least not winning? How does that make sense? Make it make sense. We did nothing for the rest of the game, and I don't even, like, I'm trying to look at my notes here, trying to come up with something. But even in the second half, my notes say, saved by the keeper, above the bar, caught by keeper, headed away easily, corner deflected. These are all the things that I have in my notes because that's all that happened. We were trying and failing at doing anything. Honestly, as we got further into the game, and I saw how terrible we were, and I saw how brave, organized Cremonese were, I started rooting for them. I'm not joking. New kids on the block, newly promoted team, they believed that they could win. And I commend that. I was kind of rooting for them. And then came the 61st minute, Federico Bonazzoli. Did you see that goal? Cross in and then a bicycle kick into the side of the goal. Did you see that? It was amazing. And they deserved it. They did everything to win that game. And in the last 10 minutes, Cremonese got dirty. Did I love that? No. But they did a great job at it because we could not do anything. And I have to say, they deserved it. Congratulations. They deserved it, but we need to change. Because this is not going to get us anywhere. And obviously here comes the question, had Leao been on the field, would it have been different? I don't know. But we cannot rely on one person to save our ass. It's only the 11 people on the field that can do something. And when the substitutions came on, it was a different 11 people on the field, still nothing. Ricci, not on the field. I don't understand why. All right, so what were the biggest positives in this game? Not a whole lot, you can imagine, but maybe Modric. Maybe Modric was good. I loved seeing him because he knows what's going on. He made himself available. He had all the passes. He had the vision. So good. He was the only bright spot in this game. And the worst thing, the biggest disappointment, was that I was kind of rooting for Cremonese towards the end so that they can win the game that they worked so hard for. That was the worst thing. Because I'm not a Cremonese supporter. I'm a Milan supporter. I want to see Milan play well. I want them to get the win. Player of the match? Well, that wasn't on the Milan team, that's for damn sure. But if I had to pick someone on the Milan team, I would pick Modric. He did the most. He was impressive despite the abysmal showing today. Let me know if you disagree. Leave a comment, subscribe if you want to hear me just rant more. And leave a like. I don't know. I guess that's it. Ciao.